folks, welcome to Qwoff TV. I'm Justin and this is of course Andre, and we, of course, well, if you've watched any episodes, which you may not have, this is Andre. Hello. Today, thank you for interrupting my train of thought.
I know, you started with such gusto too.
Thank you. Thank you, Andre, thank you. Today we are looking at Noble One, the Borderlies Noble One. Is there a more famous dessert wine in the country? No.
A taller, more balanced dessert wine in the country.
There isn't. I mean, everyone knows Noble One, don't they? It
has sat on a pedestal for 30 years.
30 years? No, well done. Well done. You brought that in. This is the 30th vintage.
No, it's not.
Noble, isn't it?
No. This year, though, is the 30th year.
That they've made it?
Yes.
So it's the 30th vintage as well, if you worked it back that same way.
But not this one.
Not that one?
No, this is the 09.
Okay.
Current vintage.
So how does that work?
Yeah, I know. See, it's confusing, isn't it? This is the 30th year that they have made Noble One, and this is the 27th vintage of Noble One. This is their current vintage, is what we're saying, and they've been going for 30 years.
No, I will discuss this later, because I don't want to bore you. But I think it works the other way. Anyway, regardless. Noble One, this is the 30th time they've made it. Does that make...
This year, not this. But we're all good. It's awesome.
Whatever.
It's all awesome.
Anyway, I went to the 25th of that same thing 5 years ago.
Was that 25th vintage or the 25th year?
I don't know. If it could have been last year.
Was that seriously 5 years ago?
Well, I'm hoping so, because my point's stronger if it is. Anyway, so I went to the 25th, and it was, and we did, and we tried every year all the way back.
You bastard.
Yeah, it was amazing, and it was an insane day. It was held out there. Is it Bilbul?
Yeah.
Bilbul Winery, and they're a great family. I know Leanne Woolley really quite well, and you've met Dean.
Name dropper. Yeah. Interesting.
Thanks, Dan. I look forward to staying at your place again sometime soon.
I've got a story with Darren de Borderly, who is the man behind Noble One, which is indisputably Australia's benchmark sticky.
Yes.
I mean, there's no argument. I think it's actually one of the most awarded.
Sorry, that sounded rude.
Wines in Australian
history.
history.
I didn't mean anything.
It's one of the most. Yeah.
Steve.
One of the most highly awarded and decorated Australian wines in history, I believe. It probably fights it out with Tools that one or something like that. But I've got a Darren de Borderly story. But am I okay to open it?
Yes, go.
It's so precious. It's actually really experienced too. It's quite an honour to be able to snaffle a Noble One, which we have not opened till now and not tasted. I've not tasted the 09.
No, why don't you just pour it in glass and smell it? That would be easier.
I've got a Darren de Borderly story. They're very lucky to have met some of the de Borderleys. I think they're quite wonderful people, and pioneers and nice, warm, generous people. Darren, however, no, my first experience with Darren was really awesome. It was in the very early days of Qwoff, and I was ringing him up to try and sell him on this package to get him to give us some money to be a part of Qwoff. This is like 6 years ago, and ringing from Adelaide, and I've given him this spiel, and he's gone, "You're from Adelaide?" I said, "Yeah." He's gone, "Adelaide doesn't give a fuck about our wine, so why should I give a fuck about Adelaide?"
I don't know if he said that.
And that's exactly what he said. I just went, "I'm from Sydney. I agree. I know. Thank you." Anyway, so it became a good conversation. I didn't get him across the line.
But he cares about you now, Adelaideans.
That was my interest. That was my introduction to Darren, which I thought was good.
Yeah, apart from the Adelaide people that were just highly offended by what you just said.
No, I think what he meant was that they don't buy enough of his wines, which they should.
Nice way to say it anyway.
But this is special stuff, and a good sticky is a special thing.
It's just one of those beautiful moments.
What do you like to have your sticky?
End of meal with a fruit and cheese platter, that
kind
of thing. I love it then when you're having some cheese. Yum, delicious at the end of the meal.
I've also had one of my best sticky moments on a sounding kind of weird and creepy. But a Sunday afternoon, hot summer's Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
I was with some friends and they were they would have something like this. They'd stick it in the freezer for half an hour and pull it out as that 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon.
Give you a little bit of energy.
Get started. It was it was really cool balcony experience. I thought, yeah, that's a nice place to have it. Ice cold, which will really go down well this winter. If you're watching this and it's summer, tell me through it.
Obviously, there's the citrus-driven kind of stuff, fruit kind of notes in there, but then you get all that kind of beautiful thing which you expect from the one, which is that kind of honeycomb and toffee and all those things that just make you. It's almost like a meal you want to eat.
It's got real caramelised lemon zest, like lemon peel caramelised. It's got almost a preserved lemon. I know they always talk about kumquats with Noble One,
they do, don't they?
But it's really glazed kumquats and yum.
I just swallow.
Oh, it's
just delicious.
Doesn't it just grabs your attention and says, hang on, just wait. And then it unfolds and it just sort of resonates in your mouth, and I sound like such a wanker. But it really, you just got to shut up and must see TV.
No. It's absolute highlight was that bit there. No, I know what you mean. It's one of those moment ones where you can experience this whole wonderful thing all by yourself. When you have a sip, you're just like, wow.
It's a conversation starter.
Yeah, exactly.
They really.
How can you not love?
Astonishing.
How can you not love that?
Oh,
how can anyone not love that? End of a meal, drink that.
beginning
So
of the meal.
good. Beginning.
During the meal. It could be the meal. You don't need a meal.
Actually, it is a meal. Drink the whole bottle, you go.
No, it's stunning. Look, it's that beautiful balance. And, on the world stage, I don't think anyone sits there and raves about Australian stickies, deserve it or not, but this is one that they should, because it is rich, and it is luscious, and it is syrupy, but it's got this beautiful, racy acid that just guides you through, and it just unfolds and unfolds and unfolds.
And the citrus kind of keeps it fresh through with that lusciousness. And
like a burnt citrus beautifulness about it. We're really lucky that they've gone and made this, and I think when you get a benchmark wine that's carried through as a benchmark for about 30 years, you can only take your hat off to it.
Yes,
and appreciate
we
the time
take
to get to
our
drink it.
hats off to you, the Borderlies. Well done. Love it, always do.
Noble One, thank you for this taste. I'll be taking this one home.
No, you won't.
And look, it's worth it. And it's still so cheap compared to those stickies around the world that you might pay. You sit there and what do you pay for this? 35, 40 bucks?
I don't know what it is anymore.
That's seriously,
anyway,
it's a bargain for what you get.
Exactly.
It's iconic, amazing stuff. Absolutely beautiful.
For the time and energy put into that, anything under $100 is a bargain, but it's a lot less than that.
So, revisit it if it's been a while. We're glad we did. See you next time on Qwoff TV.
Yes.
Top me up, Just, and I'll be here for the next 35 minutes.
I was about to say 12 seconds.
Cheers, guys. See ya.